Hey everybody, this is Jordan Tremaine with another book review, and today I'm going to talk about a pretty interesting real estate book that had some techniques in it that I thought were like, wow, that makes sense. Why didn't I think of that? And that book is Hold. Hold is written by a group of people, which are Steve Chatter, Jennice Doty, Jim McKissack, Linda McKissack, and Jay Papasan. And so they all got together to write this book, which I think is cool because if you're trying to learn stuff in order to go do something, like if I'm trying to learn football to go play football, I can read a football book. But in this case, the real estate book is written by a bunch of people, so you get even more insight and even more depth within the same pages, I think. So that's cool. So this book is bright orange, and I thought it was a good book. It says it's a national bestseller, I guess, if that's important to whoever. But more importantly with this, I read that other book, the triplexes, quads, duplexes book, and it had a lot of good information and a lot of good anecdotes. But I feel in terms of, I'm going to go out there and actually buy some real estate, buy some property. What do? I've never done this before. I think this book is a lot better because it gives you like practical tips on how to find a place to buy and then how to go about buying it. I wouldn't say that this is the best book to have all the tips for the legal advice and the different forms you have to fill out and what to be careful for in terms of buying a property, but I would say this is an excellent, excellent, excellent book in giving brand new people strategies for finding something that's within their price range and that's within like good distance from where they live and all that kind of stuff. This book is a very practical tool in your tool belt for a real estate person to say, hey, where do I even start? That being said, I do a lot of different types of book reviews, and if you like what's going on, give me a subscribe. Let me know you like it. Even click that like button. But let's get into it. So Hold, the book, is broken up into different steps. Like I said before, I really like the find step. It really gives you like, it even gives you like little maps. I know I bookmarked it. Like helps you like, hey, cut up the section you're thinking about into these places, and based on certain criteria, say no to this place and no to this place, and then they'll help you find a place. So that's really cool. But it has 5 steps where it's find, and once you find a property or group of properties, analyze it. Once you did your due diligence and got your numbers straight, buy that mug, and then manage it and grow it. Because this hold strategy, which they call it, is about finding a property, buying it, and holding it for a long period of time while renting it in order to gain rental money. And that's basically it. The book is very simple. It's very straightforward. The language isn't confusing. I know real estate language can be very confusing because it's legal information and it can be a lot of contracts. This book doesn't provide too much, I would say, like real concrete references to actually how to like sign papers and what kind of contracts to give your tenants and what you should look out for during the escrow process and stuff like that. It's not super specific in that, but it gives a lot of insight into like a general roadmap of how to go about doing this, and I really, really appreciate that find section in the beginning because honestly, I feel like that's what out of all the books that I've read on this so far, I think that's what I'm going to start with in terms of, okay, out of the big old location that I can think about, how do I find that one section that fits my needs? And then how do I look for houses within that section? So the book is Hold. I would recommend this book. It is a picture book, like I said. I showed you that picture before. It's 26 bucks. And I look at these as investments. If you're going to be a real estate investor, then invest in stuff. Education is a part of that, and I'd say invest. 26 bucks is easy. That's like a movie ticket. If you can't spend a movie ticket on your education, then why are you going to spend $100,000 on a house? But that's my opinion. I think this book is worth it. It's pretty, let me see. It's like 250 pages. Easy read, and it's got some good insight in it. But that's the book. I think that you would enjoy it if you're a real estate person or even looking for a house. In this case, you don't even have to be looking into real estate investing. I think people that want to live in a house, like buy a house and live in a house, they're typically going to hold the house for a while. So this is a good strategy, and you can think about it as renting it to yourself. But I would think this has some good ideas about finding a house that works for you. I think a lot of times, as an example, somebody goes like, oh, I want a blue car. And then they go to the dealership and buy a car that doesn't suit their needs at all, but it's blue. And then they're like, man, this car doesn't work for what I need it to, because they really needed a truck or something like that. But I think this book helps you, before you start that, think about like, what kind of vehicle do I need? So I got a family of 5, and I also have to carry large objects. Maybe I need a truck with an extended cab. And then you go and you look for a truck with, and then it's like, okay, where do I find trucks with extended cabs? Okay, here, here, and here. Let me look in those places. And now that I found places that have what I want, then I go like, which one has a blue one? And then now you get your blue car. It can hold your stuff for work, the heavy items. It can hold your family. And like, I think this book helps with that, but for houses. So even if you're not trying to get into real estate, like investment-wise, this is a good book to read if you're trying to just buy a place for you to live. But yeah, that's the book. This has been Jordan Tremaine Book Reviews with another episode. Thanks for watching.